everybody, welcome to cryptocurrency vlog number 7. My name is Brent Nally and today is November 3rd, 2017.
And my name is Christopher Lau. Welcome to vlog number 7. We're going to dive right in and get to the questions. Alright Brent, what do you think about Bitcoin current and future price?
So again, today is November 3rd, 2017 and Bitcoin is currently at just about an all-time high of $7,335 per Bitcoin according to coinmarketcap.com. Again, coinmarketcap.com. You'll have a link below. But remember, there is massive arbitrage with Bitcoin in places like Zimbabwe. So last I checked, Zimbabwe citizens are paying a little over 12,000 US dollars per Bitcoin right now. So this might confuse a lot of people. Most people have never even heard of the word arbitrage or knows what it means. Without going too much in depth on what arbitrage is, essentially it's paying different amounts of money for the same good, just in a different place. So the reason why Zimbabwe citizens are paying so much more money, US dollars, per Bitcoin is because each country has their own exchange for Bitcoin. And so Zimbabwe has their own exchange for Bitcoin. And those Zimbabwe citizens have so little faith in their government and in the US dollar and their currency that they are choosing to pay that much higher per Bitcoin than the rest of the general globe is at this point in time. And again, from a couple of vlogs ago, you would know about this, why Zimbabweans feel this way, because they just went through a hyperinflation in 2008 and 2009 of the Zimbabwe dollar, and the central bank of Zimbabwe thought that it would be a smart idea to print $100 trillion notes, because all central banks can do is create more money. And remember that about 98% of the money being created is already digital, so they're only on average printing about 8% of currency as it is in this point in time. And when they just print more and more or create more and more money, they can hyperinflate the currency, and that way the currency goes to zero because people lose faith in it, because the government or the politicians, the unelected central bankers, decided to create more money. And creating money is technically stealing a little bit of money from the value that the current holders of that currency have. I haven't given long-term price predictions on Bitcoin, but I'm going to take a stab at it right now. Keep in mind that this is just my prediction. So where I see Bitcoin going personally, I see by 2020, Bitcoin will be at a price of roughly 70,000 USD, so about 10 times the current price of 7,000. And I think by about 2025, Bitcoin should be at a price of around 1 million US dollars, again, by the year 2025. So if you're wondering about why I'm so excited about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, that's what I'm anticipating in my head. Of course, I could be way off on both ways. Bitcoin could easily be at $1 million in 2 years from now. Bitcoin could also end up being at $0 from now. However, I think that it's much more likely that Bitcoin would be at $1 million in 2 years from now than at zero.
So Brent, remind me about crypto password storage.
We did go over cryptocurrency storage a bit in a previous vlog, but it's really, really important to understand how to secure your own Bitcoin or your own cryptocurrency. And most people I've learned jump into Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, they get so excited and they don't actually realize how to store the cryptocurrency. So we're going to start off with the very beginning basics. Your cryptocurrency is stored on the blockchain of the cryptocurrency you're investing in. So we're just going to use Bitcoin for this vlog for today. So the actual money is stored on the blockchain of Bitcoin. And that blockchain record is stored on literally millions of computers all over the world. That is the decentralized aspect of Bitcoin that makes it incredibly difficult to hack, because it's stored on so many different computers and nobody knows exactly where they all are. No government or entity knows where all those are. And the entire network has to agree on the transaction of the new blocks before those blocks are actually stamp approved, kind of like notarized if you're familiar with how notary systems work. So this is like a digital notary in order to bring in a new block onto the chain, hence the word blockchain. So first of all, remember that your money is on the blockchain. Your private key is military-grade cryptography that protects your money. It's like your password. So most people just use digital banking today in 2017. You log into whatever bank you use, to the website, you log in with your password. And guess what? Even if you have a very secure password, it's still incredibly insecure compared to military-grade cryptography that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies use. Now, most people are not using this long 20 or 30 letter character cryptography to access their money. They're normally using a seed code that the hardware device or the mobile device gives you in place of your private key. So the private key is the password, it's just different language here. And the seed code is normally 12 to 20 words that are simple words that are easy to spell. So in English, these words would be things like car, love, modem, no complex words. You want to write those down in order, and sometimes the device that you're storing your cryptocurrency on, whether it's a mobile wallet or a hardware wallet, will ask you, tell me word 7, 13, and 18 of this 20-letter seed code. And that's how it secures that you get access to your money. So with that being stated, I showed you this before. This is the Trezor, which was the first hardware wallet for Bitcoin and therefore for cryptocurrency. This Trezor is a hardware device that cannot be hacked. So what that means is that your cell phone, your smartphone, was created by Apple or by whatever original manufacturing company to be hacked. In other words, it's created to share information. You want to share your GPS, you want to share your social status on Facebook, you want to share all sorts of things. In order to share that, it has to be able to send out information, and therefore hackers can get in and hack in. This is an interface, so you plug this into your laptop or your computer, and it interfaces onto the internet, onto the blockchain, but there's no way to hack into it. Now what I have right here is really exciting, and this is the first LEDGER Blue. It's a touchscreen hardware wallet, and I'm sure if you're watching this in a few years from now, in like 2020, that there'll be many different companies making these, but I just got one of the first ones on the planet. This is made by a company, LEDGER. The company's name is LEDGER. So there's two companies that make hardware wallets right now, Trezor and LEDGER. Most people have the LEDGER hardware wallet that looks a lot like this one, but it looks more like a USB. So what are the advantages of having a touchscreen? It's just better user interface, cleaner, easier to access. And I just got an email from Trezor a couple days ago on November 1st, 2017 that said that they are coming out with their first touchscreen Trezor. It's going to be a little bit bigger than this, and it will just have touchscreen on it, but it looks pretty similar in the shape and the size, and that will be available in January of 2018, and it's available for pre-order right now if you want to go to Trezor, T-R-E-Z-O-R. So there's a brief overview of cryptocurrency storage. The safest way to store your cryptocurrency, in my opinion, is on a hardware wallet like this or cold storage. And it is not the most intuitive or easiest thing to do right now, which is why if you get into this, you are an early adopter, and that's why you'd be getting in at a lower price, because this is all going to become incredibly more user-friendly. The UI is going to be better, the user interface is going to be better, and this is just going to be as easy as sending an email in 5-10 years from now, in my opinion. So in conclusion, one thing that's really important is to understand where I'm sitting here right now is in LinkedIn's office in San Francisco. I have the advantage, and my colleagues have the advantage of being right here in the Bay Area. Coinbase global headquarters is less than a mile right there. Coinbase is hiring and growing like crazy, and they're adding about 10,000 new users to Coinbase on a daily basis right now, guys. This is really taking off. It's getting really exciting. Hedge funds are trying to run into this. Old money are trying to get into Bitcoin at this point in time. Private equity, endowments, you name it. Because of certain ways that these hedge funds and endowments and certain massive bureaucracies are structured, they can't get into Bitcoin yet in certain capacities. So this is a really interesting time right now, and I'm making this vlog because I don't want people to miss out on this, and I don't want them to have an excuse in 2025 like, nobody told me about Bitcoin, or somebody told me about it and I laughed it off. Like, really pay attention, do your research. This is a community we're trying to build here. Please, comments are very much encouraged, and of course, like the videos if you like them. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. And remember, if you want to take the relationship to another level, hit that little bell there and you'll receive notifications every time I upload a new video. Alright guys, we'll see you next time.